Apparently, I'm responsible for Ryle's statements despite not employing him. Counterpoints. Any suggestions for how to make someone else do stop tweeting unhinged shit? Can't close them. And Destiny will really find any way to shoot at Jstlk. What a loser. Someone tell me who Can't Close Vim is. Is he an orbiter? Oh, so this is Jstlk, sir. Okay. Did a significant portion of the research, I should say. He wrote the Keffel's manifesto for Destiny? What, Vim? Keffel's 2.0 continues to try to point to people I can't control to blame me for their actions. Based in Wolfgang Pill. Who is this? Why are you associated with such an unhinged loser, my dude? Ryo fucking sucks ass. True. True. He's only ever seemed to be a net negative. For Jstlk, filling a role I'm sure literally anybody else could step up to, if asked. He is literally just forethought with even less aura. Wait, is this Wolfgang? A fucking bot could do what Ryo does. He just re-uploads VODs with like 20 minutes of editing work. Yeah, but it takes his initiative and creativity to make the thumbnail bait obese. Okay. His own community cooking him is always content. Yeah, that's why he's a lolcow. Ryo's the kind of guy still trying to recoup for his lost self-esteem after being stuffed in lockers. This guy thinks he is Destiny, and it's crazy. The association being retweeting clips on my content. Yeah, you have to block him or everything he does is your fault. Wait, is Ryo Vim? Ryo's not Vim, right? They're not the same person. I say explicitly what I mean. I disavow all the commentary and really appreciate him clipping my content for YouTube. It's like my primary outreach vehicle. Yeah, they're like roasting Jstlk over it. No? Oh. You know what? You know what Jstlk should say? Jstlk should say, well, if any of you guys are willing to step up to do Ryo's work, then I'll disassociate from Ryo. Otherwise, Ryo is the only way I can reach out to YouTube. He should have said that. Listen, Jstlk, listen to me, okay? There's only one way for you to reach out to YouTube. That's via me, okay? I bet that if you... Listen, you gotta acknowledge the truth, okay? I'm the only way you can reach out to YouTube now, okay? My videos blot out the sun. The DGG propaganda network is too strong. Okay, guys, if I search up Jstlk on YouTube, and I'm in an incognito tab, guess what shows up? Foodshops, DG World, Foodshops, Destiny, Foodshops, Queeman. Okay, so you have to go down a little bit to find pro Jstlk propaganda. Oh my god. Tomfoolery, which is anti-Jstlk, right? Ryle, okay. Ryle. Destiny. Foodshops. Ooh, uh-oh. Foodshops. Uh-oh. Jstlk on suicide watch. Bro, it's one of these things having people assume NSC totally disavows Destiny's behavior, guys. It's totally all good. Okay. You can't have your employees act like Ryle. What does Ryle act like in his own community, I wonder? I say don't disavow him. You don't care about optics anyways. Don't be optics cucked for some random guy you don't associate with. I think Ryle's an unhinged retard, but I also think it's fine that he cuts and reposts Jstlk shit to YouTube the way he does. As an unhinged retard. Wait, why do people hate Ryo from the opposite end? I'm so confused. I don't why. Dude, look how negative their community is compared to ours. I feel like our community at least like we're more like banter, you know? Like our community is more like banter than this like totally unhinged like whatever the fuck this is going on. Jesus. From what end? What do you mean? Doesn't Ryo have Asperger's? If not, it's a good imitation. Um, sorry, that's like highly offensive to anyone who has Asperger's, okay? I need you to retract your statement. That's ableist. Disavow. Pop marrows don't appreciate villains. You're right. That shouldn't matter. Disavow means nothing. Uh-huh. Disavowing means nothing. Not even a little bit. It's kind of funny that this that Jstlk says this because he openly says that he disavows doxing on stream. And here's Jstlk saying that disavowing means nothing. So if you take these two pieces of information together, okay, you combine them into one, okay, rub your two brain cells together for this one, okay? Doesn't that kind of imply that he's okay with doxing? That he's perfectly okay and he's like moral fagging about it? Sorry, I mean moral frogging, okay? Sure, maybe. Do. Can't save on Nano. Oh. Why is he not being reported for ban evasion on Discord? Discord probably has better things to do. I don't fucking know. Wait, why the fuck? Wait, why was just like I'm pretty sure it was for a retarded reason, no? I don't know. The current budget for a YouTube editor is $0. But like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Fuck. I mean, dude, if I ever did, I would be so fucking grateful for someone to do for me what Ryo is doing for Jstlk. If I had like a fucking clips channel, all right, for someone who did that for free, just a fan channel, all right, yeah, fuck. Why wouldn't I? Also, like, dude, aren't you making like dough? Aren't you making dough? Like a lot of fucking money off of this Jstlk? I feel like he's always like coming in with like fucking 20 donos or like 10 fucking donos every single time I tune in. Child safety because Vosh is a pedo. Oh my god. Child endangerment was the reason after he said something about Vosh's great review. Yeah, okay. Discord is being retarded for that, but it is unironically very funny though. Unironically kind of funny, yeah. Didn't ban her. Is not. We discussed this. Hey, would you no? Oh, okay, but hold on. Isn't Jstlk doing child endangerment by dating Cherry? Because Cherry has like the mental fortitude of like a 12-year-old or 8-year-old. So technically, Jstlk is doing child endangerment, okay? Jesus, Destiny's in the toxic mood today. Okay. More brigading. Well said. She got raped. Hmm. Like in a serious way or a joke. It's just a prank, bro. Okay. Obviously, what Destiny does is maniac, but this is out of the community control. While they probably they can control our association with WoW better. And there's a person operating inside of an active war zone now where people are actually being raped. So wishing it on her hits a little different than a silly Discord joke. True. I don't know who this person is. The Juicy Jace here. Whoever this person is spitting. Okay. I actually unironically think that Jstlk's general chat is probably like a little bit more human, okay, than spicy chat. All right. This is unironically true. Do you like you would never see something like this in spicy chat. Anna is a person operating inside of an active war zone where people are actually being raped, so wishing on her hits a little different. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yep. That's right. Hold up, we moral frogging over associations. Why does uh why does Spinboy do this? What's in it for him? I guess it's just funny. Anyone here can have 100% of the ad revenue from clipping my stuff, by the way. Well, that's what I do. That's what I do. That's Jstlk's biggest oiler? Really? Like, the person who was being reasonable? Oh, he didn't screenshot it himself. He just posted it. Oh, okay. Esports Batman. Lawyer. I think someone with better taste, both graphically as well as morally, should edit Jstlk files and put them from YouTube from now on. Who is volunteering? Why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? I'd hesitate. Oh. Original Vim joke. Jesus, this is like 1 pixel. Did he leak these? What do you mean? No, no. There's like multiple A logs of Jstlk server and spicy chat because they're public. Okay, fucking morons. Okay, can't close Vim. Yes, Nazi okay, quote YouTube. I'm quoting here. Okay. Yes, Nazi whores need fixing. Pepo G to the point where you're just playing cutesy nationalism to fool libs, you can get away with it. But when you're literally defending the Waffen SS, there's no other solution to the problem. Vim, no. I hope she gets a special romantic operation to fix her Nazism. Oh, okay. Jesus. Well, there you go. Right, okay. You know what they would, you know how they would defend this? They would probably say, well, technically he didn't say rape, okay? Technically he didn't say rape, okay? Special romantic surprise can mean anything, okay? How do you know it's not a box of chocolates? Like, I feel like that would be something that Jstlk's community and Jstlk himself would unironically say, probably, to defend Vim. Bri was a piece of shit for what he said, but outside banning him, there is little Jstlk can do right now. Wait, is he banned? How could Vim have followed through here? Jesus. Wait, where's Vim? Is Vim still in this sphere? Or has he like escaped IRL? Dude, I'm convinced like Vim has to be like a fucking schizophrenic or some shit. Leak logs. Oh, that is way too fucking tiny. Full logs. Oh. Oh. Yeah, okay. Oh, so these are the jokes. Okay. NATO article GigaChad Poland confirmed that the missile that struck Poland in November was Ukrainian GigaChad nuke Ukraine now vaporized Anna. Jesus. Dude, Vim is actually just he's his unhingedness is funny, okay? The phrase vaporized Anna is so like it's so fucking it's so fucking absurd that it's funny, you know? But I'm pretty sure he would want it unironically, so it makes it a little less funny. Unfortunately. Alright. Jesus. He just really hated people he saw as Banderites. Kill yourself, you fucking cunt. I hope you get raped with a fucking shovel until you bleed out your fucking bag and die, holy. By the way, keep your commentary in line with TOS and community rules. Destiny is trying to provoke people here into being unhinged. I mean, like, didn't one of Jstalk's like fucking viewers literally just say that the context in which it is referred to Anna is different because she literally, like, Russians literally use rape as a weapon of war. Like, is Steven talking to someone as equivalent as Ukrainian Anna right now? I don't know. And also, wasn't that like fucking 12 years ago? Hello? 8 years ago? 12 years ago? Who the fuck knows, dude? A good one. Okay, I'm actually sorry. I'm actually curious about some other things. I'm curious about Smug Bug. Okay, you might be wondering, yeah, but they are also Destiny anti-fans, right? They're also Destiny anti-fans. So I'm curious what their current stance is. I don't know. I want to keep up with that sphere too. But
also been able to do that.
let me see. The problem with drama streamers. Wait, what was that? What was that Smug Bug straight raid conversation that you guys know? Sorry, fuck. That Jstlk was like watching. Let me see if I can try and find it.
No, he's not. Or maybe like the good. But he didn't actually, yeah, he literally skipped it, right?
Pisco's hour. Oh, it's on Pisco's. It's on fucking Pisco's. Right, okay. Pisco's hour. Wait, is that... Oh, is that Taftag on Pisco? Econoboy destroys 10 IQ, Sitch and Adam in debate. Okay, dude. Alright, Pisco. Good one. Good joke. Right.
Right up, and I think it was also on like you're
Those
above
are worth
all
more
this
than your
shit.
apartment.
Star Wars? No.
What, does that make a
unrelated.
difference? You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Disappointed the libs. Let me pull them in.
Pew. What's up?
Okay, Smug.
Psychic War, the Pawn Scum Collective. What? Pawnscum.gg. What? I don't...
Hello,
Okay,
how's
alright,
it going?
cool.
What's up?
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. I've
Smug, if your
come
camera's on,
dressed
I
for the
can't see it.
occasion. 1 second. Of course I fucked that up. There we go. Ah!
Yo, what's up?
I've dressed as a liberal lawyer. Okay, I'm ready.
Whoa.
Yeah, actually, we had a conversation once before Pisco, and it was kind of the same thing. Of I think you're bad at talking to the right sometimes. I think that the Tim Pool thing was well. I guess the first thing I want to know is what your goal was. I know everyone was talking about this already, but like, what was the point? What did you want to do there?
I wanted to give some schlop for the libs to see and to basically just argue and raise my profile to get people to see like how scared these motherfuckers are about Epstein, to see, you know, basically how to win these arguments. I don't know. I mean, it's multifaceted. One, to raise my profile. Two, to have good arguments against, I don't know, conservatives. And three, to actually, you know, go engage with the right and make them face some of their contradictions, which I think I tried to do.
Okay, so did you have any intention of like appealing to Tim Pool?
So Smugbug is this Lonerbox soldier, but I don't know what Lonerbox's stance is on Smugbug anymore. All I know is that Smug Bug, Wiz, are just generally in the space of I don't know, like it's kind of like it is definitely like a loner box adjacent community. That's it. But
Paul's audience.
yeah. Oh look, it's the Great Betrayer.
I don't know.
Betrayer of Orbits.
What you mean? Like, do you
Nice.
mean the people who are physically there, or in
Cool.
general?
Well, yeah, I mean the people who are physically there, the people who would watch it from the right-wing perspective, from the Tim Pool perspective.
Sure, that's a goal.
Okay, all right, fair enough. And I get that you have to like work with multiple goals, so there might be like something that you do that only serves one and doesn't serve the other. So I'm not saying you have to be like perfectly consistent the entire time. Do you think that conservatives have like a higher or a lower bar for being internally consistent than like liberal values generally?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay, all right. You don't know whether liberals are more inconsistent in their like internally held views than a conservative is. You think conservatives are roughly equivalent?
My intuition is that liberals are strive to be more internally consistent, but that comes. I'm biased because I am a liberal, but sure. I think that I don't have any
fair enough.
proof behind it. I'm just saying it's my intuition, but
That's fair enough. That's fine. He's lawyering. That's totally okay. Okay. So like I think the original debate conversation was the statement was something like.
wait, you just said I'm
was the
lawyering. I
deportation-
don't understand. What do you mean when you say I'm lawyering?
Sorry, I mean you're not committing one way or the other, which is fair enough.
I'm
You
just
don't
being
have the
honest.
information,
I don't
but, like,
have evidence to show that libs
That's fair. That's fair.
in general are more consistent, but my intuition is they probably care more about it because my intuition is libs are more educated, and my intuition is also educated people want to be more consistent, but I don't know that.
Marxist-Leninist has 1,000 plushies.
Okay, but you don't think there's anything about the liberal worldview that would like lend to you towards being more consistent in terms of the beliefs you hold?
Intrinsically, no, why would it? I mean, you could be a totally consistent Nazi. You could be a totally consistent racist. If what you're talking about is to hold an ideology without any contradiction,
yeah.
I don't understand. I don't know that they are. I mean, consistency is something separate from like whether we agree with it.
Okay, that's fair enough. So the reason I asked that question is because I think that if you believe that your ideology has like fewer internal contradictions, is that well? First of all, actually, do you think that your ideology, your version of liberalism, has fewer internal contradictions than like
Organize
most other people's
ourselves,
ideological framework?
I hope. Yeah. I don't know. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like I believe that. Erin probably believes that about her ideology. The reason I bring that up is because if you think that your ideology has fewer internal contradictions than the opposing ideology, which, for this case, we could just be like that room.
Bro, this purple Perry guy is never coming on, is he? He literally just he literally said to me, all right, like, oh, I want to debate you about Destiny, okay, and he just doesn't show up. Okay, cool.
Full of
Awesome.
Tim Pool idiots and Alex Stein and whoever else,
Very
then I
cool.
think that you could look at that as like a potential way to attack them on their own basis. Like you don't have to attack them through liberal values. You can still enter their frame without carrying all of the baggage of the
shit.
liberal signals.
But
that
hang
they
on,
don't really care
you
about.
don't think I did that with respect to the Epstein stuff? Isn't applying my framework? I'm applying the Epstein frame. Stuff is their framework. They care about Epstein.
Debate Perry. I'm trying.
Much more than I do.
Bro's not showing up.
I agree. I think that's a really
DM'd
good
him.
line of attack. I think the Epstein stuff makes a lot of sense to attack the right on. But I was talking about the Tim Pool deportation stuff, right? Because you went in on that debate about what was the name of the guy who got deported? I don't actually know the
Kilmar.
specific details.
Oh,
that's
no.
it, yeah. And whether the Trump administration should bring him back to the country.
That was
whether
the
deportation was
previous
just or
debate.
unjust.
Not the most recent one, but yeah, I did do that. But that because there was a debate specifically
alright.
about that with a lawyer specifically arguing the opposite. So that the second conversation in the Tim Pool was specifically a conversation about Kilmar. That's the whole debate was about Kilmar. The third one, I didn't really focus that much on Kilmar.
Guess.
That's fair enough. I'm talking about the Kilmar debate because I think that's where
Oh,
it
the
was
second debate.
interesting,
Okay.
where, like, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with the most recent debate. But the reason I think that you kind of walked into a bit of a trap is because, and I think you know this, right? Like they don't care about just or unjust. Like the first part of that statement is completely worthless to MAGA because they don't believe in like a liberal construction of justice or injustice, right? They've like dismissed the whole framework of like how governance works, how legality and legalism works. Like they don't really care about any of these systems of justice. So I think by like trying to appeal to a justice that every single person in that room, other than you, basically has abandoned, you kind of ended up falling into a bunch of traps where it seemed like you were just in-group singling, right? You were showing, well, this is a whole group of people that have abandoned basic premises of like, the value
Which
of a
is
legal
one of the
system, the
goals.
value of a justice system. which is one of the goals for sure. But I think that it basically immediately turned the entire room against you in a way that made it impossible for you to achieve the other goal. And I think there's a way to thread the needle where you don't have to give up so much appeal to the right in order to successfully in-group signal to your own liberals about.
So help me
how
with
bad
that,
they
because
are.
without changing the topic of the debate, the topic of the
Yes.
debate, which was about Kilmar, tell me how I approach that conversation from their
Crazy chick
framework
eyebrows.
in a way that's going to appeal to them without coming across as a fucking like cucked little pussy.
That's a really good point. I think that's fair. So I think in that debate you do a couple of good things, right? In service of like the in-group signaling. You say something along the lines of like, if you have a problem with illegal immigration on the basis of its illegality, you should have a problem with illegal deportation. And I think using the illegal immigrant frame as like an idea, because that's something they claim to hate, right? They claim to hate the fact that these immigrants are illegal. So if they want to care about an illegal immigrant.
Okay, I'm just skipping for it. I
But
have
the Constitution,
no idea. Who cares?
the minute I hear
no.
that, I'm like,
To follow it.
Sorry.
That's what being American means. We should follow the fucking
then the
Constitution.
fucking Biden administration shouldn't
conflict with the guest. You address Tim Pool and you say, well, hold on, you don't agree with him. You're saying that you want something that's more flexible so that you can do the things you need to do in this country
Jesus.
in order to make it better.
How long is this?
completely honorably in that sense. So for example, I'm in favor of like based gerrymander plays. I'm in favor of expanding
Okay,
the
the
court.
gerrymandering is good, yeah.
I'm in favor of getting rid of the filibuster to suit Democrats. I'm in favor of a bunch of what that have
Right, there's
slowed
one right over there.
have slowed down Trump have been a great benefit to us Americans, and we're grateful for them. We actually are grateful that our courts, even though the Supreme Court has been fucking like horrendous, even the Supreme Court has protected us from just having concentration camps in Sakhat for American citizens, and have put them, and people have listened to them. And if we just had a system where like, who cares a fuck about like following the procedure, following the law or whatever, Trump would, your lives would be much worse, and we'd be
Starting to
in a
hate the
much
word
worse
based.
I
situation.
agree.
Yeah, so
I agree.
In
I love
Seacon
procedure.
instead of
I
just
love
alligator
rules.
Alcatraz.
Yeah, alligator Alcatraz is way better
No,
than Sakhat.
I'm fucking around,
Okay.
but yeah, I agree.
No,
with you.
sorry.
Okay, but
Yeah.
it's bleak.
No,
it's just bleak.
I know it's bleak, but
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I just suddenly stopped caring about this. Hold on. Instead, I remember watching something that I kind of want to bash someone for, okay? I remember watching it and becoming upset, okay? I did actually watch the whole thing. But I thought it would be important enough to re-review, just mainly because
is not
Econoboy apparently called into Lonerbox while Lonerbox was reacting to the debate between Pisco and Destiny. Yes? And Econoboy just sounded so fucking retarded the entire time. Completely unserious. Sound like an utter moron. And I wish that Lonerbox pushed back against Econoboy harder. So instead, I will do the pushing back that Lonerbox did not. Okay? Give me a second.